retribution, and they can kind of bait out engages with the traction pulse. Not a bad idea, but I feel like it's going to be tough for them to catch RRQ if they're only relying on the traction pulse and the glorious pathway. And as you predicted, Mirko, the Hayabusa comes through.
Yeah. I don't know about the Hayabusa pick being left open like that. I think RRQ Hoshi got more of the advantage here in the game just through the snowball, though. Big contention point will be on Turtle 1.
That turtle is going to be very, very important for both teams, rather for RRQ too, because they want to activate the snowball. Late game though, the Harith does fare well, especially up against the Moskov, but at least the Moskov late game is going to be a different monster too. So take a look at the draft here, the counter indexed for both teams, favoring more towards Navi, Arashi.
A counter index was and lineup rating wise, more or so on Navi, but hey, you have no idea how this early game is going to play out. I think Keskia definitely have a plan here.
Will RRQ cook, or will Navi be able to entrust even more faith in the Navi Nation? Welcome to MPL ID today. Land of Dawn we go. First match of day 1. It is Navi up against RRQ Hoshi.
Let's see it. Will RRQ be able to derail the hype train of Endoryu and Ukir? Or will it be the Kings forced to bow down to the new kids on the block?
Looking at the clash of the young bloods right here, Ukir against Rins. See, again, the aggressive nature from both laners can be understated, but already you can see Rins getting bullied out. Either wasn't there to really contest the early levels. That's a lot of damage though on Ukir.
Uh-oh, Kwanchada coming down too. Apro still able to save the Revitalize. Actually not going to be used at all. And Doryu going to be chunked by Rins here. Stunned out the Revitalize finally coming down, and Zunesh will pick it up with the Retribution, and Doryu forced back into his own jungle.
Is that a winning trade for RRQ, Arashi?
I think it is, man. They did a great job. They're stuttering, they're engaged. They didn't really go all in, knowing that Ukir wants that to happen, right? He wants to spray everyone down, do tons of damage. They actually waited and then went for short bursts of damage that kind of suits their composition. Looking at the emblems by GameSmax, though, you see the tenacity built by Rins. He understands that there's a target on his back. Whereas for Navi, again, you're seeing the bargain hunter on both the mid and gold laner, so they aren't really concerned about the aggression of RRQ, and that might come back to haunt them later on.
Survivability is indeed the name of the game for Rins, because this Farsa can be so delicate, so fragile too, especially when the Lancelot is up there just diving onto you. Plus the high loss with the Glorious Pathway, so he needs that feel, but they want to go for something here.
Oh, great taunt of the caught Apro, solo taken out by Zunesh. Great isolation by RRQ.
Man, Afro being a bit too aggressive there. No Revitalize already. He walked up, and now with him just now spawning back, I think RRQ will get this turn no problem. Ukir almost gets taken out as well, but Andoryu trying something.
Yeah, he's kind of a tough spot. Actually doesn't land the puncture.
What?
He's all alone, but he gets the entry, wins it out against Zunesh.
Wow, Andoryu. He's able to make amends for the bravest fighter being popped by cars, but the puncture didn't land. It meant that he had no reset on that puncture. At least he got the turtle, but hey, look at the talent predictions by GoPay. Navi for four of us, and Arashi and Lim. Hey, on RRQ side still, repping the Kings of Kings.
Man, kind of a weird spot for Papolo to be. Oh, hang on a second though, Apro. Oh,
dead.
Just gone, deleted right there. What is happening here, RRQ? They're making very good choice of that early game.
Hold on, the kill again. Ukir's gonna go for the chase down. Zunesh gunned down by Ukir on the Kimmy. Up top, it's a 1v1 duo right now with Cars winning out in the battle and clearing out the lane to get the tempo on the map.
great moves here from both teams, honestly. Navi is doing a great job kind of striking back, but in the end, it's only one kill, and it is onto Ukir, but technically that's RRQ kind of overextending. If RRQ wanted to play the disciplined game and let go and make sure that they don't give up kills, you know, even though they'll miss out on the kill, they'll be fine. But Navi somehow, by the way, is winning on a lot of these neutral objective contests. I don't know, man. That's a kind of a creepy thing to be seeing here in the early game, because you get the feeling that this might kind of hinge on a big Lord or Turtle take.
Creepy is the word. Let's take a look at the audience prediction. Mostly still Navi, but Cars pressured. He will be fine, will he?
Great flicker out, but the lethal ignition still was ticking on him. So big resources burnt out. Flicker, bravest fighter too. Navi get the mid prio, but the Turtle is still 10 seconds away from spawning.
Ooh, all right. Now with the mid lane cleared as well, RRQ certainly have the pressure here, and they still have that revitalize. I think Edok hasn't really been forced to pop it just yet at all in this game. You can see RRQ with the gold advantage trying to go for something. They have the more significant burst, so Navi needs to be careful.
Phantom execution not landing there. He's going to chase on Rins, but a Thorn Rose to Rins. Still able to get away with the wings by wings, and the curtain call locks him down. That's an SOD landing as well as Edok gets caught in. Some Force coming down with Chive, doing a whole lot of damage with the chrono dashes, and gets one. Cars with the Bravest Fighter gets a stun over to Toy, who has Flicker. That's a good immobilization, but there's no capitalization just yet. Chive waiting for the cooldown to be back up as Sunaj walks in with a Shadow Kill Retribution. Used up Chive, able to survive now, and that's no retry on RRQ, which means Navi should get this for free. Rin still flying by, and it is Andoryu without a retry picking it up.
Wow, our RRQ looked lost in that team fight. What happened right there, Arashi?
Seems like they really wanted to go for a decisive pickoff. They went for the big ultimate, right? The AOG, the Feather Airstrike, but they were unable to get anyone. And once that happens, you saw them kind of scramble, try to find anything, and even Zunesh tried to go for a solo kill and use the retry because there isn't really much option left there as Rins tries to get cars.
Ooh. Oof. Oh, so close. Still, Cars able to survive and recall. Whoa, mid!
Res really low, but Ukir couldn't get the shots down. And so far, it doesn't look like anyone has picked up the Sky Piercer just yet. Yeah, he's gone for the normal.
Blue team turret has been destroyed.
Right. No real Sky Piercer rushed out just yet. But now that Rez has had the War Axe, I think he's going to have a bit more presence in these team fights, right? More sustain, more damage, more kill threat as well. The thing with Navi's composition is that everyone is so far up in the front, but they can't really force a proper fight. So if they take counter engage, they might just win it out.
No AOG for Edok. Two magic damage dealers doing a lot, but Toy got a great Spear of Misery to stop that from happening.
That's a beautiful pin down right there. Just trying to delay the advances of Navi. But yeah, two glowing wands purchased by both mid laners means that the roamers don't really need to rush that dominance ice to go for the anti-heal. Edok!
Ooh, great pick. Wow, with the traction pulse, the cancels on the AOG. That's a quad shadow not landing. And RQ, again, are forced back. Their frontliner is down.
Again, Edok, no revitalize and on low HP, just walks into the mid lane like that. And it doesn't seem like the team was ready to back him up, worst case scenario. So it seems like when things go their way, they do have that foresight. But when things don't, right, when the plans go south, they seem a bit more lost compared to how they usually are. It's a bit of a skirmish here though.
Great Phantom execution there to escape. Toy still gonna hold his ground. Cars walks with the Bravest Spider, goes for the stun on Rez. Immobilization, Rez caught under the turret. Feather Airstrike doing a whole lot over to Cars. The traction pulse and a flicker route from Cars here. And Doryu sent up top. That's him the quad shadow landing. Zunesh looking for the kill, but it's a good move by Andoryu with the puncture to escape, and they can't even get the turtle.
But it feels like the Lancelot isn't given time and space to play this game, Arashi. What do you think?
It's just the rotational speed, right? Again and again, whenever Andoryu is trying to disengage, can't really get anything. Oh, SOD kind of grazes by there. Finally, now Araki goes for the turtle. And Andoryu is nowhere to be seen. Better airstrike.
Great AOG with the curtain call, locking him down as Afro pops in the revitalized Edok all alone. Sunesh able to get the retribution down as Cars will fall to Sunesh. Still Edok by a whole lot of time. That's a double kill, but a Thorn Rose finally gets Andoryu on the board. It's still a win, or is it?
It's definitely a win for RRQ there, man. Getting the neutral objective, getting 2 kills as well. That's some value plays there. There was a clear sustained difference from the main front line there. And I think it's because Edok, if I recall correctly, got the radiant armor.
Oh no.
But that's a steal.
Oh no. This is going to be harder for Andoryu. But hey, at least Lancelot is able to farm and gets the Phantom Execution to secure that jungle camp. However, though, Rins, again with the Feather Airstrike, has been very problematic for Navi to deal with. And you talked about it, Arashi. Sustainability is the name of the game for RRQ. If they can survive and just hold on as long as they could, the carries just go online, and Edok was able to soak up the pressure. 4 players to him. The taunt connects to Andoryu.
Cars walks up with the Bravest Spider again, zoning them away, but does it really get him value? I mean, it was wings by wings for a bravest fighter. RRQ wanna push in. Curtain call. Great dash from both of them. Sodi landing on Apro, and now Zunesh finding the quad shadow, but unable to pop in the shadow kill. Knows Endoryu can cancel it out with the Thorn Rose, and it's back to playing the wave. Zunesh walking in, goes for the quad shadow again, lands on Endoryu, can go for it, he gets it before the passive execution gets used up. A good shadow kill over to Ukir, and now even in the mid lane, hold up Shive, pops on his Zaman Force, Rez able to stop them from chasing Edok, and RQ just get it with the win.
With the high kill pressure here, they're having a great time zoning out, shutting down Andoryu, because again, Ukir and Shibe are gonna require a bit more time before they can actually be like the main threats from Navi. And the fact that Edok has already gotten the Radiant Armor, Rins,
It's caught, Raven Spider, Rins! Fall in here, Rez with the vengeance. He's gonna be locked down quite a bit. Car's able to get it, but the AOG only lands onto the high-lows. Shibe with a synchro vision coming down. Toy! Doing a whole lot of damage, and Zunesh dismantling the back line of Navi.
RRQ shutting down Navi. And Navi now no chance to really contest this Lord, at least. Andoryu.
Crisp your misery! The angled shot by Toy as he uses skill 1 to reposition. An all-out win for RRQ, and you can see the objective conversion.
Oh boy, dude, now you can see the snowball really start for RRQ. We talked about the aggression, and Navi were able to withstand for a long time, but I feel like they miscalculated the mid-game there. I think Edok, again, even though he wasn't catching anyone, he wasn't really making big plays, the fact that he was able to zone so effectively gave RRQ so much more space, so many more ways to dive into the backline, and despite the fact that we were highlighting how vulnerable Rins is going to be on the Farsa, you're seeing the exact opposite. There is no threat available from Navi because they got screened so early on, and now Rins, with the range advantage, finds a free window of opportunity to just keep using the feathered airstrike and do a ton of damage, and Navi can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, the Lord marching into the base. This might be the siege where RRQ really wants to topple down the base. At least the outer turrets are going to be the main contention. The Lord charges in. They can clear this out. So for now, Navi, take a breather. But you are right. The Lancelot is basically non-existent in the team fights. He can't really dive to the back because Edok dropping yet another masterclass. Zunesh.
The shadow kill with the feathered airstrike. Rins getting immense value. Traction pulse locks Toy down, but there's no follow-up there. Cars unable to get the flicker down now as Apro gets melted down by Rez and Toy. Not even the glorious pathway can get him out of harm's way.
Is this the end angle though for Navi? Arashi, can they end here right here for RRQ?
If they get one more pickoff, I think it's very possible, and it seems like RRQ have the tools available. Rins, look at how he's positioning.
Shive up in a bit, Andoryu walks up, Rins still able to escape, Thorn Rose coming down, Andoryu dashes in, and that's gonna be Toy still zoned away. Andoryu so far out from the rest of the team, as Shive with Zaman Force doing a whole lot of damage, as again Andoryu tries his best to run. Ukir with a flicker forward, couldn't get it in time, the traction pulse dodged away from by Toy, and it's an all-in as Apro goes in for the glorious pathway, and Andoryu somehow is still alive. Toy walks up again and stuns him on the wall. It's a double for Toy.
A home run for RRQ. And now Navi crumbling piece by piece. It is getting messier by the minute. RRQ, they are eyeing for the end to the base of Navi.
Hold up, Edok right there. Shive pops into Zaman Force again, doing a whole lot of damage. Cars in the backline finding the Farsa, but it's just Shive left to defend, and he doesn't have the Zaman Force anymore. RRQ take game 1.
RRQ are able to shut down Navi. It seems like Navi were drafting a composition to shut down the backline of RRQ. But not a single time did we see the Lancelot become a threat to the Farsa.